said, look, this can't happen. I have another life. We're too far apart. You're a Russian girl. You came here. You're working for Bank of America. You're setting up accounts. I'm an Uber driver. I got a kid at home. It's not going to happen. She said,
I wasn't hitting on you?
That was my record scratch.
The fucking burglary. Were you home today?
I left at noon.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, maybe.
because you guys live in the same neighborhood.
You hear the blades. You hear the blades.
Helicopter, 1 or 2?
Ghetto birds, baby.
50.
50.
50.
That
And
sounds like more Michelin stars in Silver Lake than helicopters.
Hey, Pat.
Yeah.
Wrong show, okay?
Right.
That was pretty funny.
There was an armed robbery that took place at like 12:30 in the afternoon. Armed robbery. Guy busts it. Could have been a woman. Guy busts in the house and evidently he'd cased the place. There were a lot of valuables in there.
We're APSing? That threw me for a loop. I thought we'd do Bachelor, but we're in the middle of APS right now.
We're not in the middle of it, but we're in the middle of the very beginning of it.
Gotcha. Right. That's more accurate for sure.
Nick?
Middle of the day, yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just making sure you didn't...
We're in the middle of the day. It's 12:30, 1 o'clock. This guy busts in. Gets caught. Maybe an alarm triggers. I don't know what happens. But he barricades himself inside this home. And all of a sudden, there are 40 cars and 50 helicopters. And you hear the guys come over the loudspeaker. Please put the weapon down and come out. Please put the weapon down and come out. Please go back to your houses. It is not safe on the street. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And
It's at noon?
yeah, the overwhelming thought I had was, how rude to do this in the middle of the day. I mean,
With the prevalence from people working at home,
yeah.
it's... You know how much...
You're talking about the cop or the guy who robbed them?
A little bit of both. I
Well,
believe
those speakers can be loud.
Am I talking about the cop?
Yeah, because the speakers can be loud. You know, whenever you're driving on the freeway and every once you're just like, you'll hear like, pull over to the right, pull over to the right. You're like, Jesus Christ, that just scared the shit out of me.
Dude,
Great might work.
Other
Might
day
work
I
bad.
was driving. I might as well have been playing Connect 4 on my phone, like up here. I was like trying to type in a fucking podcast or something. It was so high. And I look over and there's a cop right next to me, emerging onto the 101 freeway.
He was on his laptop that's in the center console.
He
Have you
must
seen those
have been.
things?
Oh, yeah.
He
It's
must have
fucking
been, because
insane.
I drive past him and he flips on the sirens and I go, my fucking God, 7 years without a blemish. My insurance is about to fucking plummet. And now I get pulled over by this guy. He pulls over a rape van right behind me. It was unbelievable.
Nice,
But
nice.
anyways, all I could think was how rude of this robber to
Pat's
do this.
A-cab.
What's a? Oh yeah, Pat is a cab.
What's that mean?
You know.
You know, Pat. You have
You're
a tattoo of it.
You thought the cops were being a nuisance in this situation,
Right,
trying to
right,
catch
right.
a robber. You're
Right, right.
A-cab.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, so I was thinking the arrogance, the lack of humility to do this in the middle of the day. And I wanted to get your guys' temperature on it because I started to second guess myself. Robbing a household should be done in the middle of the day. You know, the percentage of people not being home
It mostly
is
does get
super
done during the
high.
day.
Is that a
I have 2 clients, one in Sherman Oaks, one in Encino.
you can see everything? It's not as panicky.
All right, so I talked to
It's very relaxed.
I talked to a cop about this. I think I've mentioned this on another APS.
Before you told him to fuck
Where
off.
these home
another
invasion robberies,
podcast show.
These places are completely cased for a week, and he actually gave me a little inside. He said a lot of it is gang activity, like they understand, and what they get information from people that work at the homes in the area.
What kind of gang? You talking about like Ocean's 11, like the Rat
M6,
Pack?
M13 or
Oh,
whatever
got
the
it,
fuck.
okay.
So what happens is they just feed information. They'll go, all right, you see this mansion in Encino? All right, we got a fucking gardener or a nanny that lives across the street, and no one's home from this hour to this hour. It's usually 2 to 3 people, because you can see it. They'll play them on at the news at night with the home cameras and shit. It's all planned. It's not like someone drove by a house and said, "Hey, let's go throw a rock through the back porch window."
So there is a memo that's gone down to all the criminals out in the city.
Yes.
Daytime, best time to do it.
Best time
It's
to do
a
it.
syndicate.
My
is.
clients that got robbed in Encino, they
I know, it
got
sounds
a
like it.
mansion in Encino up in the hills. This old couple, they're out at the fucking
And you should
cheesecake-
say you're a sneakerhead, so that's one of your clients.
Well, no, this is me, my Uber. I drop them off all the time, you know. They're at the Cheesecake
and.
Factory. They're at the Cheesecake Factory, and
Yeah.
they told me they get an alert on their phone, and they're literally just watching criminals smash through their back patio area into the home, and then just start going up to the bedrooms looking for the jewelry.
Did they go to the Cheesecake Factory every day at 2:00 or something?
No, but someone tipped them off that they're not home.
Part of the syndicate.
Part
part
of
of
the
a syndicate.
episode title. This is another podcast show. It's a show where we gab and goof. Really,
By the way, move to LA, everybody. Don't we make it sound so great?
Whatever is at top of mind. I'm Dylan. Saddled up next to one real Nicholas Davis.
What's going on, everybody?
Pat, producer of the podcast, over there behind my glasses.
How is everyone?
Oh, I'm doing good. How are you, Nick?
I'm good. Can I explain to Pat so he's not left in the dark? ACAB is the political sister to BLM. It stands for all
cops are
bastards.
Oh,
You're ACAB.
I
AKA
don't know if I can co-sign.
PAT. So what do we got tonight?
Well, I'm going to talk about how I got hit on.
Yeah.
This is my second time in 2 months. I got hit on by those two gargoyles at the Corey Feldman concert.
Sure.
I wasn't impressed by myself.
Gargoyles is a little intense.
Okay. Because
Accurate.
they weren't that attractive, but I got hit on by an attractive person today.
Okay, so everybody, just get ready.
Okay.
Because Pat is going to feel so good about himself for about 10 minutes. And I just want you to prepare yourself.
I was opening a bank account at Bank of America. It was a Russian girl that you got to go in their little offices.
Patrick, before we
Oh.
get to that, can we please get to what Nick's brought in
Sure.
today?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
quite coincidental that you brought up the Corey Feldman concert because there was a little nugget of
Corey?
the night that I forgot to mention. I was remiss, and it was we met someone that night, and we'll talk about it when we get there.
Oh, male or female?
It was
You didn't know?
we met Gray McCartney.
Yeah, Greg.
Gray was there.
Oh, that's right. Oh, my goodness.
our year-long subscriber to
Love
the
Gray.
Attack Hawk tier.
Love Greg.
Hey, I don't even know what he looks like. Can you tell me what he looks like a little bit?
Yeah, he's a big guy.
He's a handsome man.
handsome man, 6'3", works for Apple.
What age?
30,
So I
33.
brought in a new segment today, and we might not even get to it because I don't want to piss people off, and it could get,
It's not political, is it?
dare I say, political. I don't really think it will, though. We often confuse politics and culture, and sometimes they aren't even rubbing up against one another in the Venn diagram. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Kind of.
I would like to hear an example.
Well,
I feel like you're about to get to one.
okay, an example would be, Naomi Osaka.
The tennis player.
Why is that political? Why is
Right.
how
It's,
is
you know
that
what? It's not political.
political?
Are you going to talk about her getting clobbered online, like people just being mean to her?
Well, I don't think it's going to get political, but the title might imply that it would get political. It's a working title. I think it's called Is Dylan a Republican? Not really. He's more of a communist, but I'm still working on the
Wow,
title.
that's quite a chasm between those two things.
Not really.
No.
Anyways, we'll see how it goes. I mean, I'm sure that we're going to hear a lot about the Russian woman. So let's just start with that.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
All right. So as a lot of the little patties know are fans of me, I'm starting a renovation, which may cause a divorce in my home. We're going to be ripping out the back of our house for the better part of 6 months. Hopefully it doesn't interrupt our podcasting schedule with all the noise of the hammers and the banging and all the drilling and whatnot. But anyway, so I had to open up a bank account to put a bunch of money in there to start it be its standalone thing. When we're writing checks to all these various people, we can track all the accounting and stuff.
It sounds like we are going to have our stuff interrupted.
I was going to say, I do think that we will. It sounds like it's almost almost an impossibility.
Well,
we wouldn't.
I looked at our schedule over the coming months, and it turns out we only need to do 8 shows a week moving forward. So I was thinking maybe we'll
you've
just
miscalculated. It's 15 shows a week.
Then we'll just do 3 every single day of the week, I guess.
We work
night.
so hard. You better tell every fucking person you know about
You better
us.
start fucking paying us.
Unbelievable. Go to fucking patreon.com.
Love is Blind, The
My
Ultimatum.
God, we
Sailing
work
Down
so
Under.
fucking hard. Anyways, go to the bank.
Oh, yeah. So I'm at Bank of America, and I go in there to open up an account, which means you don't just go to a teller to open up an account. You got to sit in that one of the little cubicle offices there, right? And so
Get treated like a princess.
Kinda. They treat you really good. They train these
Well, because they know that once they get that one, they can carbon copy it 15 times, you know, and kind of jack 99 cents here and there from you. You know?
Maybe I got played a little
syndicate.
bit. At the tail end, she did hand me some paperwork saying, hey, did you ever think of refinancing your loan?
Yeah.
But anyway, it started off better than that. So I go into this little room, very attractive Russian girl. I didn't know what she was because in Los Angeles, all girls kind
She's the account manager.
The account manager? Yeah, she is.
Oh, wow.
I think that's what it said on her little on the desk. Yeah.
I thought this was a perfect stranger. This is someone that you were entering into a business deal with.
No. She's just going to set up my new bank account there. So she says, sir, we're ready for you. We're ready for you. I don't know what I'm talking about right now.
No. I think I don't.
Oh, all right. So I go into the
Wait. Hang on a second.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, are you implying that it's what?
Is this a weed podcast right now?
I'm not that high. Are you implying that he's like eking towards cheating on his wife?
No,
Is that what you were saying?
God, no.
I'll never do that. But my wife did tell me, she says, look, after 25 years of marriage.
Did you hear him say never?
Never.
No, I was kidding.
Never. But my wife has said this to me. I'm already 5 years into the marriage. She says, after 25, you go do you, boo. You can do whatever you want. Free passes. I said, I'll be fucking 70.
Right.
She's diabolical.
What
the fuck am I gonna do?
diabolical
My
end
old
zone to set
dripping
for you.
little fucking salami dagger with little puffs of smoke coming out of it.
You know, I have heard it's a very, very real thing that the spring of it really does start to wear as you get older, you know?
What do you mean?
Well,
yeah.
imagine, like a triple jumper,
I
right?
take Viagra.
No.
Oh,
Does Viagra help the spring?
to get my dinghy up?
No, to get it out of the dinghy.
Get it out of the dinghy. What the hell are you talking
I think he's about like
I'm trying
distance
to dance
of
around
ejaculation.
it. Yeah.
Oh. I have a vasectomy. One of the little side effects of that is you're not shooting ropes anymore.
Oh.
Yeah. It just drips out of there.
And I don't mean to be crass, and you don't need
you
to.
are too late.
You don't need to shoot
Ropes.
but I have heard that it's almost impossible once you get to a certain age to shoot.
Yeah,
ropes.
you don't get any distance with that anymore.
Right.
I think you can if you keep up doing kegels. Kegels can work for men just like they can for women to help you last longer and
what do you do?
Shoot ropes.
You go
just squeeze down there.
Okay, because I was told it was an old wives' tale that kegels. I don't know how you say it, but you piss and then you stop pissing, and then you piss a little bit more and then you stop pissing.
That's essentially a kegel, but you don't have to be peeing.
You don't have to be in the middle of urination.
You can do it right now.
Okay. You go ahead. We'll do kegels.
Okay.
I'll continue to do
this
kegels.
might get cut out, but just to wrap a bookend that little subject matter that we're discussing, I was having sex with a Lebanese Lana one time, missionary, and we wrap it up, and I was what's that movie by the Farley brothers where Cameron Diaz had the cum in her hair?
The Green Mile?
There's something about...
Yeah. I'm staring at Lebanese Lana. She's laying on her back. I'm on top of her. We're kissing, and I was like, what is that?
Okay.
That's how far young me used to shoot ropes.
Yeah, so
what it was in her hair.
What happened at the bank?
Oh, yeah. So,
That was blue of us.
yeah.
I don't think it was that blue until I think Pat was the one that made it blue.
You brought it up, you ding dong. Anyway, so I'm in the bank. She pulls me into the little cubicle area there, and she pulls up my information, the bank account, and all that stuff. And she goes, I need your ID, 2 forms of ID or something. So I give her my debit card and my ID. She holds up my ID and she says, are you an actor?
Wow.
Wow.
I said, no. I'm just a boring guy, drive Uber, expert in black culture.
You didn't say,
sneakerhead.
well, I was in the recent film
What is that movie called?
directed by Mikey.
Blind Fire.
Blind Fire.
Oh, maybe you've seen me in the film Blind Fire.
Right.
I did a great scene with Wayne Brady.
Yes, and the cinematographer was killed by Alec Baldwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You into me or not? No, anyway. So no, she didn't.
I also shot a pilot tour wars. You may have heard about it.
Never
in
made it to
Variety,
air.
but
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, there was a great
politics.
article.
Politics as usual.
Yeah, it got written up in the trades, but I doubt you read those.
Just rush it after
Go
that.
ahead.
So I'm like, I think this girl's flirting with me, but nah, I'm an old guy. I got a wedding ring on there, you know.
What? Where is it?
I don't like wearing it
You don't like wearing it.
a lot, but I do wear it in public places. Yeah, but my wife.
It
knows
looks like your wedding ring, and I don't mean to be offensive, but I just want to give her a little leash, you know? Your wedding ring looks like the third piece of plastic on an Arrowhead bottle.
that. It's rubber,
So,
and I wear it on my thumb.
right.
You're like Shayna.
So you could understand why she was a little confused about your marital status,
Oh,
right?
so you're saying she's into me?
No, I'm saying you're a moron if you think that she thought that you were married because you had a plastic thing on your thumb.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I bet that was in his info. You got to fill stuff out. Marital status.
No.
No?
Oh, so you're saying she's into me?
All right, look at you, both of you.
What do you?
Nick, first off, you're single, so you get hit on all the time. You
Look
get,
at you, both
well,
of you. What are you
all
talking
our
about?
listeners, they obviously you're young and you're single now, so obviously you get hit on. So you don't get to enjoy or be flattered at any point in your day.
Throat pie.
It can go months for me before I even get a look. You know when you know you're not good looking anymore? No one makes eye contact with you. When I was good looking back, go ahead, Nick. You want to tell me I'm still good looking?
Oh, you.
Oh my God.
I do usually.
Shut up. Shut up. Oh my God. I knew this was going to get like this.
The segment.
Shut up.
Are you telling him to shut up?
Yes. He's.
Let me finish the story.
I want to tell you
second-
what's way worse than not getting eye contact.
It's people calling the police.
There is a Rishi man right outside of Coffee Memes.
Rishi man.
Yeah.
Is this a zombie?
No.
Oh.
He's right outside of Coffee Memes where I get the Smoking Tiger, the fermented apricot tonic with espresso. Yeah.
Which is disgusting if you're.
It's not. I
taste
had one
blind.
today. It saved my day. It made me feel so much better. He has an umbrella over his head. And every time I walk past him, and he's always there, and he has the picture of Paramahansa and Yogananda or whatever the fuck, and the incense and shit. And every time I walk past him, he takes the umbrella and he points it at me to shield himself from me. And it happens both ways. But to some people, he opens it up and he says hello. And I'm just wondering, do I have a darkness on me that this Rishi man sees? You know, forget about women looking at me. I want this Rishi man to love me or want to fuck me.
You're pretty snobby. That's what he's probably picking up on.
According to Erica Rose.
Yeah, oh, you caught that. Did you get that message that she called you snobby? She's like, who's this? She didn't even spell it right, did she?
You said, I don't like
Well,
the snobby one.
She first said snobby, and then she moved to snooty, and she used snooty a couple times. I think she's more landed on snooty than snobby.
Go ahead, Pat.
Oh, you want to get back to my story about being hit on by a Russian girl?
In the new segment, Pat strokes his ego.
So I felt like a little weird because she was asking me a bunch of personal
That's not a
information.
news segment.
In this segment, Pat strokes
I
his ego.
can continue.
Yes, please.
I want to wrap this up.
Hey, we're trying to.
Oh, we're trying to stretch
I have actually a thing that I forgot that I have.
Okay, great.
Okay.
We're at YouTube.
This is conversational. I don't feel like we bring things in to kill time. Okay?
I don't think of it as killing time either. I hate the time cues.
Okay. So she's asking me a bunch of questions. And I'm trying to... All right. Think of a homelier, little chubbier version of Megan Fox. But Russian. Her hair was flat, not curly like Megan Fox. She's been here 6 years.
Oh, my God.
And
Is this the chef from Below Deck Mediterranean?
way better looking than her, the Russian spy. Very attractive girl. She wore the mask, which I think is kind of hot. They're still wearing the masks, people that work in banks and stuff. And so you can't see that part of the face. Hey, Don't you guys be judgy. I would tell my wife this. She tells me when she gets hit on all the time.
Pat,
I was at the grocery store.
You can't describe someone as a homely, chubby Megan Fox and then tell people to not be judgy.
Is that how I described her?
And I wasn't even being judgy of that.
And we weren't even being judgy.
I made a face that it was hot, that they were still in the mask.
I'm trying to paint a picture here so the audience knows what she looked like.
I understand. You were letting your imagination run wild.
It's APS.
So I got to know a little bit about her. She actually got a master's degree in Russia, but it means jack shit here because it was a master's degree in tourism. And I owned a tour company, so naturally we're going to bond over that.
Right.
This thing that was supposed to take 20 minutes goes 45.
Turns into a tryst.
The bank closes down.
Right.
I mean, Bank of America, can you believe this? They close at 4. How does anything get done?
I'm blown away.
Are you a Bank of America person?
No, I'm a First Republic kind of person, and it's too boutique a bank. I need to move to a bank with more robust tech. I need more robust tech. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
So the bank closes. The director comes in and says, "Guys, take your clothes
No,
off."
they're all gone.
Okay.
Everyone's gone.
You
Even
should
the
buy gold
gates.
and
The
bury
gates. When I'm leaving this place and I got my account open, right? It's all the cages are down in front of the ATMs, in front of where the tellers were talking. She's got a set of fucking keys on her.
I've seen
and
this
it's
movie.
just her and I.
I've seen this movie.
It couldn't have just been you.
Well, maybe there's some people in the back, but I didn't see them.
Right.
And she goes, I saw your address, so you live pretty close to me. Is that right? Is that right? Jeez. Is this wrong?
No, I love hearing it. Tell me
No,
more.
it's being hit on.
I was being hit on.
Yes.
Felt so good. Anyway, in my head,
I
I'm
would
thinking,
appreciate you ramping it up and getting it a little.
Well, you guys were interrupting me.
Well, I hope we get a little bit more conclusive hitting on, because right now this is just tertiary.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, you didn't allow me to give all the details.
Did
of
she
our
touch your
conversation.
inner thigh? I mean, let's get there.
She didn't. We were crossing her desk. All right, so here's what happened.
Yeah.
I said, look, this can't happen. I have another life. We're too far apart. You're a Russian girl. You came here. You're working for Bank of America. You're setting up accounts. I'm an Uber driver. I got a kid at home. It's not going to happen. She said,
I wasn't hitting on you?
That was my record scratch.
She opened up the door and let me go. I did for 1 second think that she was going to ask me for my number.
Pat.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, no, I want to get into this thing. Hold on. The bigger than this little thing that I brought in.
Exhibit A, you're an actor. Exhibit B, we live close to one another.
There was more than that.
Well, what was it?
She was asking me like all about what I do for a living and how much money I make. Obviously, she was staring at my bank.
And obviously she's a banker, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
She wanted to know a lot about me. When did I move
Your
here?
social security number.
What type of collateral you could offer up?
Here's my point.
You have any
Dylan,
outstanding debt to the IRS?
All right, it's already been acknowledged and known
that you were not hit on.
That I am very good looking for my age. And I don't get hit on enough to flatter myself, right?
Yet you still do.
Once every 2 months.
I'm not making fun as much as he's making fun.
Yeah, he's so cruel.
I think you got hit on, Pat.
No, I think you did too. I think you did.
I'm just pissed when I played the sexy 80s porn music, then that's when you let her down. You should have made her flirt more. And then
yeah. The guitar lick came in after her confirming your address, and that's when you launched into, I can't do this. We're too far apart. Even though she just said you live so close.
The music should have came on when he said all the cages came down.
Right. All right, what do you got?
A couple weeks ago, did we watch the Zest commercial, Ironhead, What's With This
No.
Thingy?
No.
Well, there was a commercial that don't look this one up.
Okay.
But do pull YouTube up.
Okay.
I sometimes just get these vivid, striking memories of things I watched as a child, gathered around the television with my two sisters and grandma when I was like you think would be too young to form memories, like 4 years old, 3 years old.
Memories start, Nick, I don't know if you knew this. I've looked it up because of my daughter. At age 3, you start forming memories.
I have some vivid ones. Very vivid one on my 4th birthday for sure. There was a snowstorm, and it was we did a race car that they built over me, and they put a green 4 on it.
You have a memory of that?
Yes, very vivid. But one thing I just remembered the other day was watching the show, and you probably remember it pretty vividly, Pat, Rescue 911. No?
There's not a new show called... Oh! Hosted by William Shatner!
Hosted by William Shatner, Rescue 911.
They filmed a scene in my town, and all the filthy, yucky normies, including me, showed up to watch them film it. We were like, it was a big thing. They put it in the newspaper. Hollywood showing up. They're going to do a scene with an ambulance tipped over. William Shatner wasn't there, of course. It was just a bunch of actors. Probably flew up from California and all that. I'm sorry. Go on.
No, I love the passion that you also have for the program.
Are you from Tennessee?
No, I'm from Massachusetts. There's filthy, yucky normies there.
It's just a southern accent.
He told a homely, chubby Megan Fox. He was like, yeah, I was in a little bit of Rescue 911, 1990.
So what's the premise of the show? What do they do here?
It's basically cops, but for first responders. Well, not actually, because you don't follow them live. They would do reenactments of stories that happened in a first response type scenario. So like bad accident, some kid got his mother out of the car, but they reenact it with voiceover from William Shatner and really bad acting. It's pretty incredible.
Okay.
It's reenactments of real events that took place.
Yes.
With William
in
Shatner.
Real life with William Shatner.
Yeah.
Voiceover. And the one that struck me as a very vivid memory, and then I looked it up to see if I was like remembering it correctly, and it was like it happened yesterday. A little girl gets her tongue stuck in a Coke bottle at the dinner table, suctioning it in, or possibly a Yoo-hoo bottle.
Right.
And her tongue gets stuck, and they can't just smash it because it will cut your tongue. And your tongue takes the longest in your body to stop bleeding. The rest of your mouth is the fastest to stop bleeding,
right.
But your tongue stopped. And I just want to kind of watch some of it and really just relive some of the majesty of a vivid memory of Nick's Rescue 911.
Now we're going to watch
on
this,
YouTube,
Nick.
if you do just bottle Rescue 911.
If I may, Nick, the one thing that I would say is just because I understand this, I understand a lot about air and flow.
Scrub through.
You just drill a hole in the bottle and release her tongue immediately because you're allowing oxygen to be released.
I wonder if that's what they do. I
This
haven't
is
watched.
So scary.
I would click someplace.
On
in the
May
mo-
6, 1995, in Clayton, North Carolina, as Terry Eason was making dinner for a visiting family, she never imagined that her 10-year-old daughter, Amanda, was about to get herself into a situation that would leave her completely tongue-tied.
I said, excuse me, could you repeat that? Okay, how old is she?
She's 10 years old.
I felt pretty bad.
Oh my
for this
God,
little
her
girl.
tongue
I know
is
her tongue
really
was
in
hurting
there.
Because when you kept
Oh, but those are actors.
Those
right?
are actors.
Oh, so that's a fake tongue.
Yeah, but look how filthy, yucky, normie. I mean, they got the big plates of spaghetti there. That's how I used to eat there.
I felt seen even as a 3-year-old.
tongue was hurting because when you cut blood off to an area of your body, you start to hurt. Okay, you can't wiggle it at all. If anybody got a bobby
Oh
pin-
my God, that's
Well, I thought, well,
disgusting.
maybe I'll just, break the suction because that's probably what's holding it on.
84.
Oh my
They did.
God.
They train you for a lot of things in my medical school, but they don't train you how to remove bottles off of tongues. That's just something you have to be innovative and figure out for yourself.
What we're going to need to do is call in Dr.
It didn't seem like the hospital had any kind of a tongue specialist.
Come on, honey, let's take a look. Open real.
Drill a hole in the bottle.
Wait, so how did they fix it?
I don't know.
Dylan, drill a hole in the bottle.
I feel like it's getting cold now.
This is acting? This can't be acting.
This is acting.
This is acting.
It's a reenactment.
We're getting there, folks.
Oh my God.
This was on Fridays at like
Back end broke off,
8:30 on
And the
NBC.
fluid came out. Tapped it again, and it opened up like a flower petal, releasing the tongue. And within a few minutes, the tongue began to pink up. All right. Okay.
Oh.
Is it real? I don't know.
It's not a reenactment.
It's a reenactment.
No way.
This show probably had 20 million people watching it on a Friday night, Dylan. Of course, they have a budget to have they probably cut a cow's tongue out to make that thing look swelled up like it looks right now.
I look like a dick got caught in a car door. That was horrifying.
Are we screen recording?
No.
So, Nick, you enjoyed this as a kid. This was a memory of yours?
Yeah, and this one happened just like I remembered, and it was just a fond memory for early 1990s.
Or probably late 80s, dude.
This one, yeah. 89 is when the show started. I think this one was 90. Mm-hmm. And that's Rescue 911.
William Shatner.
He'll take anything. Any job.
Was the clip that you brought in of him getting pissed off at the producer from Rescue 911?
No.
What was that?
He was doing a commercial about like some kind of herbal life thing or something like that. And then the guy said, do you mind putting a little more energy into that, Mr. Shatner?
Right.
Oh, I'd love to. Why don't you tell me how to do it?
Right.
No. I want to do it exactly how you want me to do it.
The best one of those was Orson, though.
Oh, yeah.
Orson is a king of not only cinema, but of hilarious YouTube moments. I mean, Orson has so many on the internet.
Who are you? Sir, I heard a bonk. A bonk! What is a bonk?
All right, so...
Sorry, sir. Say a little, you hit the microphone. Who is your supervisor? I want to speak with him now.
Guys, I might be Republican, but I don't think I am.
You're a Republican?
I think I might be communist.
Hey, why does it matter what party you side with? Shouldn't it be your own thoughts and what you think about policy?
It's 100% right. The segment is flawed, or the segment title is flawed. But do you guys have any thoughts on this Naomi Osaka thing?
All I know is she's really upset because a bunch of people say mean things to her online or something. Am I simplifying
What's the question? Oh, I thought you were going to say, am I getting
Am
it
I
completely
simplifying
wrong? No, it's completely wrong.
What's the latest development?
The latest development is that this young woman was playing at Indian Wells, which has a history of racist abuse, specifically towards...
Where's Indian Wells?
I'm not sure.
My friend,
is it in this country?
Lucas Holland went today. He was in Indian Wells just as a spectator, so it can't be far. Yeah, he was at the tennis match.
Wisconsin?
No, I think it's here.
No, it's got to be in the desert somewhere.
Oh, Indian Wells? That's a fucking resort or some shit.
Where is it?
It's like Palm Springs.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
She's playing there in the Masters?
It's in Indian Wells, California. Well, that's not helpful. It's like, where's Coachella? It's in Coachella.
India.
So this happened today or yesterday?
No, it happened a couple days ago.
All right, so she's playing and a bunch of people yelling shit at her.
No. So she's playing. One woman.
They keep doing it.
It's just in Indian Wells. It's in the Coachella Valley. All right. Got it. So she's playing. I got to get this tongue trauma off the fucking TV. So she's playing. Someone from the crowd says, "Naomi, you suck," which is
maybe they just mispronounced her last name.
That's right. You know, I hadn't thought of that, but I think it was "you suck, Naomi."
Because it's Osaka, you suck.
Right.
Now, Nick, hold on. Let me attack Dylan. He always gets to attack me. He's probably done it several times in this show so far.
It's time for vengeance.
I feel like you've taken stuff as attacks that weren't really attacks.
Okay. I said, is this segment about her being...
a little girl bullying online?
It wasn't online, obviously. But it was someone in the crowd bullying you.
Excuse me.
You're like, no.
No. It was
no.
You were like, a bunch of people bullied her online or something. No, one person bullied her in
front of her
court.
face.
Yeah.
Okay. Wouldn't you argue those are similar acts?
No.
Where you could, rather than just say no, you could say, no, it happened in person.
See, I haven't heard about this new story, but I didn't like when there was like the controversy that she didn't want to have press days and stuff. She was like, why do we have to do this as athletes? We're like being exploited. And
she's worth $200 million. We're being exploited. Why are you making $200 million to fucking bounce a ball back and forth?
And that press coverage.
She's only worth $57 million, by the way.
Oh, thank God.
And that press coverage and people getting excited, and the people that even though most sports media sucks, those people are what help drive the revenue of you lining your pocket. So it's a necessary evil.
How old is she?
Very young.
She's 24 years old.
Okay.
And so this person yelled And listen, I don't want to beat up on anybody, but I think that there's a cultural thing that's really, really revolting surrounding this story, and it's hilarious.
Are you a Republican?
Maybe probably a communist. What's it called? So this woman yells, "No, Naomi Osaka," from the crowd. No, she yells, "Naomi, you suck." And Naomi Osaka lost the first set, but in between sets, I think went to the ump to try to take the line ump, try to take their mic to address the crowd.
Brave. She's so brave.
Was not allowed to. She lost the next set, lost the match. After the match was over, she took the mic and addressed the crowd. It was tear-soaked, and it was about the horrifying images that the Williams sisters faced at the same tennis court many years ago. She couldn't get that out of her head, and to just tell everybody to stop being mean to one another.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, that person was not thrown out of the crowd for some crazy reason. Obviously, they should have been thrown out of the crowd.
No, they shouldn't. But the crowd...
They should.
The crowd... Oh, yeah, tennis is a little bit more respectful.
That's the thing. Tennis, like I'll draw comparisons to other sports, if we want to continue talking about this, which is trepidatious. But it's not exactly... They're not exactly perfect analogs because tennis is such a golf clap kind of game.
I get it. And by the way, why did the crowd not turn on the person that said you suck?
Yeah.
I don't know how big the venue is. You do something like that because I go to the Hollywood Bowl, 22 times a year before COVID. That place, you could drop your cup during a performance with 18,000 people. We all hear it. If some dipshit
Sounds like
said,
a bad show.
Well, it's so quiet and respectful that if someone says something,
right,
they'll feel it.
Sure.
There were two girls dancing at Daryl Hall and John Oates, a recent memory.
Oh, they got back together?
Oh, yeah. They've been together for back together for 20 years.
Oh, I thought they...
yeah, I've seen them too many times at the Hollywood Bowl. They're terrible. Their hits sound nothing like it. They do jazz renditions of their songs because they take themselves too seriously.
Right.
Anyway, they're playing one of the songs in a couple...
Don't do that!
It's they're playing it and some girls start dancing. And some old fuck behind them says, "Sit down, I can't see the show." And they said, "Sir, it's a concert. We can dance."
Right.
And the entire 17,998 start applauding the girls.
Right.
That's what you do in a venue when someone's acting out. I'm shocked.
Right.
That didn't happen here, and that she had to wait till the end of her losing her match to address the crowd. By the way, do we realize somewhere in the middle of Europe that thousands of people are being murdered and killed and bombs dropping on them? You're going to cry in the middle of a tennis game? Someone said you suck?
Yeah, but Pat really took the reins from me on this segment.
Sorry, you're worth $52 million. You play tennis for a living. Go find another fucking line of work if you can't handle this. You're in a sport. You got mean people out there that hate you. Take it. Be stronger. You're going to cry. I remember the Serena sisters. Were you going to go this route? I'm sorry. Am I stealing your thunder?
Not quite.
I hate this bullshit. Say, shut up. Like, if I was enjoying this tennis match and someone said, you suck, I would have said, you suck. And then they wait for an hour until she loses her third match because she probably sucked and then starts crying or something like, shut up.
All right. Now.
Oh, Pat changed his handle.
The problem
ACAB Pat.
with all of this shit is
quickly.
Yes, sorry.
He mentioned the Hollywood Bowl and kind of the decorum of watching a show there. It's a little reverential.
Right.
Imagine being in a group of 15 for Pat's birthday and being sober.
Sit next to Mikey?
Why
were you sober?
What was it? Lettucey.
Yeah, lettucey. You see, how about that meat platter my wife made?
Delicious meat platter. Lettucey was
Incredible platter.
doing a tribute to Nina Simone and giving soliloquies in the middle.
Unbelievable
And
night.
as he mentioned, you could hear a cup or a pin drop in the
Right.
place, and we were with a rowdy group who did
Yeah.
not give a fuck.
Right.
I was trying to enjoy the show while my ear was being talked off.
No, it was
Right.
being chewed on by a guy with bad breath. Dylan, you were saying?
I was saying that I guess the thing that really concerns me about this is for it to get any louder, which I think is what we're doing right now. But I'm a white guy with a podcast, so I have to talk about how I see things, you know?
Yeah, your insight.
Because the world needs it.
Yeah, we're
This
helping
was our
people.
birthright. R3's birthright.
So tweets like this are concerning. Nick, do you want to read that?
Philip Newsom writes, to the Fox News, shut up and dribble, all lives matter, woke, MAGA, let's go Brandon, and to the let's not focus on mental health crowd, please and kindly shut the fuck up. Naomi Osaka is human, and she is more than just an athlete and is right to speak up about mental health.
Now, I'm guilty of this. I mean, we call people filthy yucky normies.
Not to their face.
You put people in boxes sometimes as I don't know, it's a easy switch to hit in your brain.
It's human nature. It's evolution. We need to figure you out in 4 seconds.
Right.
And then you are defined by that, by us.
Right.
As humans.
Now,
This guy was drunk when he tweeted it. It was 10:09 West Coast time. I bet
Right.
he's East Coast. It was 1:09.
Right.
The punctuation is horrible. He included woke, which is one of these things that's not like the other.
Right.
Fox News, shut up and dribble, all lives matter, woke doesn't belong.
that's
MAGA,
a
let's
great
go Brandon.
point. That's a great point.
This guy was wasted.
Hey,
And he woke up, he's like, I went viral.
Dylan, hold on. Before I know what you're gonna talk about, I've been to probably 200 professional games of whether it be basketball or MLB.
Yeah.
People in crowds are ruckus, and they will say, "Kershaw, you suck," and athletes are supposed to be numb to this. And I've been brought. Maybe I'm old man. Get off my lawn. But as a professional athlete, you're kind of accustomed to a bunch of dipshits yelling horrible things at you.
Right.
It's part of the game.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, I'm not saying that,
I think we might all be on the same side that, like, you should have to kind of endure it as an athlete. There is somewhat of a price to pay just being in the limelight. But all of us think the person yelling that shit out is a douchebag.
complete douchebag. But the sick thing,
And he's only latching onto it because he has his own mortality and he has no other way to leave
Right,
a legacy.
right.
So he uses sports to
100%.
live on forever.
yes, it's the denial of death. But what is not okay, and I wouldn't say equally, but in what world do you think you need to grab the mic and talk to the audience about mental health and bullying? Now, the reason why this is happening, and I haven't quite, these are still fresh thoughts, but it concerns me.
This is why you're turning into a Republican,
Right.
because you think this is nonsense.
Well, I think it's nonsense, but I also, the really insidious part is that it's lucrative nonsense. She got
Thanks for using this as your open mic where you read off your notepad.
It's been a really busy week. Usually we have fleshed out bits for the
I
show,
brought in
but
Rescue 911.
Oh, thank you. That's a good point.
A Russian girl wanted to fuck me.
I liked it. I felt like you were too defensive. We were trying to.
No,
just
I had a
read
lot
the
of fun with
Got
that.
offensive.
So she got a Netflix deal, I believe, after the whole, this one suffers from something. This one's super talented.
We all suffer from
and
something,
she suffers
sweetie.
from something. So she gets a Netflix deal. After the Netflix deal, I feel like she's kind of
Drinking her own Kool-Aid.
egged on to kind of, I don't know, go full bore into this thing. And it's like, I would imagine that her career winnings are half of what she got from I bet Netflix paid her a lot of money to treat her like a lab rat and have everyone go, ooh, this is so fascinating. But the
about
fucking the
conspiracy?
lazy compartmentalizing of people from Philip Newsom is fucking crazy. It
Dylan-
drives me fucking insane.
All right. Dylan.
Any of these things. And shut up and dribble is a terrible comparison because LeBron James was talking about something outside of basketball that was much bigger than basketball, and it's a part of his community. he could do a little bit better with the Chinese, but it's just completely fucking different.
Dad, listen to me. Hear me out. Conspiracy theory. We talked a lot about, wouldn't the crowd say to the person that said, what did she say? You suck. Attack this person.
Allegedly.
What if?
Say they're filming another documentary,
What if Naomi Osaka or whatever the fuck her name is?
Got it.
Hired this
Macroaggression?
person with this
Macroaggression.
with this speech
Right.
already prepared.
Yeah.
To propel her.
Yeah.
Okay. That could happen. I forget what this movie's called, but it was this person that wanted to be the vice president.
Dick.
No. And it's a great movie. I think it got nominated.
They hired an
Best Picture.
assassin to shoot the president?
He hired a girl to drive off like a little into a pond, and he'd jump in the water and save her. But then she
that's
ended.
Ted Kennedy.
They were kind of making fun of that.
Chipacanwa?
She ends up dying, but because he went down to try and save her, he is the nominee for the vice president. I forget what the
It's
fuck this-
Chipaquiddiqua. That's what Chipaquiddiqua is.
But anyway, that's what she might have been doing. She hired this person to do this so she could become the hero for all of us, speaking out against mental illness.
Right.
I wouldn't put it in the world we live in now.
Right.
I don't put it past anything or anybody.
Right.
We're all capable of horrible things and manipulate all of us.
I just want to show this. We should wrap this up. But this is what I'm a
The
fan.
Contender is the movie. Watch it. It's amazing.
I'm a fan of soccer, so I know very intimately that people cry about racism in this country. We do need to work on racism in this country, no doubt about it.
I'm not a huge fan of soccer. Are you about to say that you know that racism only exists in America?
Yes. It's like we
That's
have
what
a
I
fucking
thought.
crystal ball in here.
Are you going to show a clip of a bunch this in Mexico with a bunch of people with bananas?
Oh no, this is
okay.
I believe in it might be in the Ukraine. I can't remember what
Oh, there's the banana.
yeah, so somebody throws a banana onto the field at Dani Alves, who is Brazilian.
Is he potassium deficient?
Well, he feels like he is because he takes a bite of it and then takes the corner kick.
Good for him.
I'm not saying, hey, Naomi, you got to buck up, do this. You know what? It must be incredibly hard to hear people shit on you. But
No, eat that verbal banana.
if you're going to be in the public eye and you're going to be worth $60 million for playing a child's game, you need to either mentally prepare yourself for the slightly negative things that come along with that profession, or don't do it, or pick option C and become this weird instrument of mental health fetishization in sports that is just fucking not popular with so many people.
Dylan, you're not a Republican. I don't think you're a socialist. You're an independent. You're an independent thinker. I agree with you 100%. You and I are simpatico.
Well, I mean, we have differing philosophies on the role of government and whatnot, but, whatever. That's been another podcast show. I'm really sorry to have
That's all right.
taken us there,
Oh, you apologize. Oh, the audience.
Yeah, to the audience.
Not me.
No. Jump in the iTunes ratings and reviews. Leave 5 stars, kind words, please. Join us on YouTube and Patreon. We'll see you next week. I'm Dylan saying goodbye. Nick, say goodbye.
Love is Blind, Season 2 on Patreon, patreon.com/anotherpodcast network. Bye.
Pat.
See ya.